At T-Mobile for Business, unconventional thinking means we see things differently, so you can focus on what matters most. That's why we've become the leader in 5G, #1 in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan, so you get it all. Unconventional thinking is better for business. Open Signal awards T-Mobile as America's fastest 5G network USA. 5G user experience report July 2021. Capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com. For JD Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
The level of connection you feel in your home dramatically influences your experiences there. Get the tools to control that connection in your communities with the first multifamily platform that unifies management and resident experiences to create smart apartments. Talk to a RealPage consultant today to see how your properties can meet the future of multifamily with the Smart Building Suite.
Good morning. I had them held up, y'all. I had them held up. Good morning. We were having a meeting before, not before, but before the, yes. It is a good day to be alive. A good day to know the Sorrentinos. Even better day to know the women who lead this company. Yes. There it is. There it is. There it is. We're going to have some fun.
I was supposed to post an ad yesterday, wasn't it? An email just went off and said to market completed. Yep. I think it was 2 of them. Well, welcome all of you. Very, very, very good day. And well, whatever it is, y'all just have some good fun. If this is your first time here, this is our private meeting we made available to the public so you can steal everything that we have done or have here. So just go out there and do that and continue to have all the blessings that work for you. Trust me, you will be stealing some stuff today, Jerome. You will be stealing some stuff today. You trust me on that. Okay, trust me on that. Let me read this private message real quick. Okay, got you. So now, what all of you want to do is pay close attention to a lot of things going to happen today. Take it back to your companies. Okay, take it back to your companies and then apply it as such. Do not give me credit. Do not give us credit. Your job is simply to take what works here and then go from there. Grace, in a little bit, you'll be sharing thine calculator. You understand?
Yes.
But for now, I want to hear about last night's from Phil and Grace. Come on, let me hear about it.
Grace nailed it. Grace did fantastic.
Right.
She's amazing. Did a great job.
Good stuff. Come on, y'all can take as long as you want. Tell us all about it.
Okay, we had a great call. By the way, sir, we Phil, because I told Mr. Phil, I said, we're going to be the facilitators because we're going to get our people, our participants to do a lot of the talking. He said, yeah, we're just substitute teachers. So he told everybody, hey, we're you all substitute teachers. Treat us as such. I just laughed because I know how kids treat substitute teachers, but it's okay. They were kind. They were good kids. Oh, yes, they were good students on yesterday. They were good kids on yesterday. Sir, we are very grateful for what you said to us. Very, very grateful for what you said to us. Just detailed, and all we had to do was, go look at it and talk to them about it. Say, hey,
I don't shoot from the hip, y'all. I don't shoot from the hip. Okay, go ahead.
And the 4 lessons that were in chapter 4, we talked about and broke them down, and people had some breakthroughs. Last night of they were reflecting back because one of them was saying a lot of the things that our beliefs stem from our childhood, and so people were telling some of the things that happened to them during childhood and why they do certain things now. I don't think Coach Eames is on, but she was saying something that happened to her. She, as she grew up, she just stopped smiling because what she did as a kid, somebody made fun of her and said that she every time she smiled because her front 2 teeth were big, that she looked like a horse, and so she would just stop smiling. And she said her real good friend, which is her best friend to this day, she said he always asked, why don't you smile? And she forgot. She's like, I don't know. But then she reflects back on it. Wow. I'm gonna let Monica tell her own story because we was like, whoa, okay. my goodness, but people had a lot of breakthroughs. And Kiara, our therapist was on yesterday. We were grateful to have her on. And so Mr. Field, asked her to come on and speak, about different things. And she was saying that she talks, she talks to kids, all ages from elementary to high school. She said, and it's better to get them as kids now because they're more receptive. She said, because adults are the worst. I said, yes, because we're setting our ways, and you trying to break old beliefs? No, And so she says, if you get them while they're children and change their perception, it's really good. That was just one part. Mr. Field?
Yeah, and we left to where it has the 12, and I put my notes away for next week. I got them in my tickler file for next week in case you ask us to do it again. But where they have the 12, whatever it is, so we reviewed it. We reviewed them and told them what we were going to do next week.
Okay, cool. Outstanding. Yeah, that's good. What I might do is, just in case that happens, I'll send y'all that entire document. It's long. No, that wasn't it. I went and highlighted that one section and copied and pasted. That wasn't it. You got me, Mike.
The last two things, what Mr. Field was talking about, the 12 areas of balance, examining your models of reality and the 12 areas of balance, your love relationship, your friendships, that and the 2 tools to rewrite your models of reality. Those are 2 things we didn't get to. So that's what he was saying here.
Yeah, y'all just have to read the book. Now, as y'all read the book, the less we got to talk and the more y'all talk, right? As you read the book, they'll read the book because next week could be chapter 5. Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Next week could be chapter 5. I'm fantastic. I already knew that we didn't have to cancel classes because one of us was not available, because we have the brains and talent faculty wise. What was not present, I was gonna say what I doubted, but I didn't doubt. I was looking at the harvest. You understand? Mm-hmm. So for the harvest, what was not present was y'all, the audience. You didn't want to keep learning. Do you understand? Well, that shifted sometime last year. And last year, y'all said, oh, wait a minute now. Don't you go nowhere. I don't know if it was the coronavirus or the last administration, whatever it was. Some of y'all said, give it all to me so we don't go through nothing else again. It was the holiday. Well, I know, but that mindset, the harvest showed up in the holiday, but that was the harvest, but them seeds was already planted. So while I am super thankful for Phil and Grace and any Susan, whoever could fill in, I'm more thankful that all of you still showed up. Yeah. If do you mind if I put it in different terms so everybody get it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make Jerome laugh. He ain't gonna shout this time, but I'm gonna put it in different terms so everybody can get it. Just think this is gonna be a Christian example. Pastor go out of town. Go ahead.
Wait. Mr. Field, say what you said at the end of the call, because you said you were gonna be back.
When the preacher's in town, the deacon sits down.
Yeah. So typically, when you find out what them associate ministers got to preach, you be like, "Oh, a girl, I should have stayed home." Right? I would tell her. Right? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Good stuff. I'm well pleased. Well pleased. Well, if you think that is good, I got more good for you. Ken W. Johnson. Now, if he was in my family, they'd call him Ken Wayne. That's what they would call him.
Yeah, that's what they call me when they're mad at me.
Yeah.
That middle name gets emphasis, so I had to tell them that W stands for wealthy.
That is. Look here, man. Ken Wayne is one word in my family. Kenna Wayne. Something I don't know. Kenna. It ain't Kenneth. It's Kenna. Kenna Wayne. There you go, man. Go ahead and tell us from your perspective, everything that's happening with your team and last night, and we'll let you free talk, and then I'll pull some other stuff out of you. And then something happened at midnight you don't even know about that I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh man, we had a great time last night. Good meeting. A lot of people showed up, and they showed up and signed up at the highest level. Looking forward to working with Dr. Gregg. He's a good friend of mine. Bought some automobiles from me. Big in Nigeria, and I just got off the phone with him, matter of fact, and I told him, I said, now look, you know I ain't going to Nigeria, but I'm gonna send you and Dr. Antonio, Deanna, but Ken W got to stay on the U.S. soil in case something break out. You know what I'm saying? Now, but we had a great time. Had a great time, and actually wants to do another meeting this week for more people. And it's nothing but great and big things coming out of that group, because that's how he does things. So very, very impressive meeting. And of course, we all know Antonio T. Smith does what he do, and he does it well. And those people were very grateful for him and what he shared. He gave out a lot of good gems to those guys who are in some other businesses, but he blessed them with ideas and structure and got my attention. I'm gonna have to ask him about a part of that he said, because I was like, wait a minute, I've been giving away too much money. But no, it was great. It was great. Look forward to working with those guys.
Yeah, buddy. So it was about 15, 20 people there, all Nigerians, 40, 50 years of age. And Ken's team is growing. And the fastest element of Ken's team is growing is Nigeria. Yes, clap for him. Now, I'm gonna continue to celebrate, but I'm swinging through to Abby here in a little bit, but we're gonna just give me a second. Now, 12:02 a.m. Well, actually, first off, let me tell you, they food around Phil. I was being nice and presentation. This is what it is. There was asking questions. It's okay. There was actually lots of procedural questions, and I was answering that. That lasted an hour and a half. And they fooled around Phil and asked me a business question. And then, and then I start glowing. you can't do that if you don't want me to tell you how it work around here. You understand? It was a difficult business question too. It was one I've never answered before, about electricity and a licensed electrician. How can a licensed electrician scale to I forget what, $100,000 a month with the business university? What things can you do? And from the top of my head, would you say, Phil? He doesn't say, he quotes it, I should say, but the Bible says it. He quotes it. Okay, about when you need the words, what happens, Phil? Yes, at the right time when you need those words.
Luke 12:11. When brought in front of the judge and magistrates, give not thought to the words thy speak, let the Spirit flow.
And that's what happened. That's what happened right there. Good stuff. Now, that being said, Ken, or maybe you found out this morning, but this is what happened. Dr. Gregg. So Dr. Gregg he's been a millionaire I always want to say Kenya, but in Nigeria since he was 21. And he has extreme aspirations to be a millionaire in America. That's his words. And he's dead serious. So a series of things happened last night. 12:02 a.m. he called me. Now I looked at it. We had just got home. I looked at it and I said, well, this got to be good. It's 12:02 a.m. So I picked up the phone. I picked up the phone. He said, hey, the lady I was telling you about, got to call you. So we put on three-way WhatsApp, which you're going to call her in a little bit. Put on WhatsApp. And then, can you tell me about it? No, so I did the spiel again. She said, good. I got 50,000 people waiting. It's all right.
You should have woke me up.
Say, you should have woke me up there. You should have woke me up there. We have emailed our payment. Well, Deanna is not available today under any circumstances. Whatever y'all think she's doing, she is not doing, because we had already been through a new contract with a payment merchant. In fact, let me, just to make it easier.
Well, let me say this.
Yes, sir.
Now, for those of y'all who don't know, when Antonio and the staff come to my office, I treat them like royalty. The preacher went next door and got this man a whole fish, grilled fish at that, and he only brought one back. And I had to remind him, you got Chris, you got Miss Deanna, and you got me. Where are the other 3 fishes, brother? So I told him, no, I'm not going to eat nothing, man. But at 12:02, I probably was eating the stuff my wife cooked for me. But Antonio got blessed with a whole fish, real fish.
And some suya.
Well, Abby, I don't know what that is. I didn't eat that. I don't do spicy food.
It's fantastic. Yes. Go ahead, Abby.
No, I was just excited because you said suya. So yeah.
Oh yeah, suya is so good.
Nigerian
Yes, it's so good. And I got some good news for Abby too. We rounding that corner. And let's see. Let me share a picture real quick just so it can make some sense, y'all. So we're working. Now this should really make Abby happy. I'll blow it up. We're working in a very soon little bit. You will all. This is Nigeria, and this were all the payments that we would be able to accept. How happy does that make you, Abby?
That is awesome. That is awesome. Wow.
Yes. iPay, eBucks, MobiCred, all these things that Nigerians have, we would be able to accept that. And a lot of Jerome was trying to take a picture with his phone. Oh, I got you, Jerome. I got you. Yeah. Say less. I'll let you take a picture with your phone. Like that. And it won't just be Nigeria. It's pretty much everything you see is what we'll be doing, but just focus on Nigeria.
I want to send it to somebody in Kenya.
Oh, well, yeah, that's it right there, man. Yeah. That's it. There you go. And let me tell you something, man. We don't just launch. We're so organized. Anywho, yeah. We're gonna talk, because we definitely gonna talk. Grace Cacaladora, por favor. Ayúdame. That was for Monica.
Yep, figured it all out.
Oh yeah, outstanding. Okay, pleasure to meet you, Miss Tammy. And actually, you know what? Stop your screen, Grace. My man Tyrell was telling me something in private. Tyrell, why don't you unmute your mic, and it is an honor, ladies and gentlemen. We have someone on the call that I can relate to. Go ahead, Tyrell.
Yeah, how's everybody doing on this wonderful day? I want to introduce and welcome also 2 of my brothers at arms, Moses and Trey. One, Moses is a combat veteran that has his podcast, and Trey, he's in the music business. And both of them are, I can say, real dependable, and I can always call on them when I'm down and out.
Amen to that. Well, yes, let's clap for both of these veterans. Let's clap for them for sure. So let me say a few things here before we share our screen. For one, let me go to Trey first. Trey, you stick around, because no one knows it yet. I told Ken last night, but I am absolutely disrupting the music industry. I'm doing what Steve Jobs did to it. That's all I can tell you. I ain't saying nothing else. If I were thee, stick around. I'm gonna put that MExit information out there. If I were y'all, I'd wrench around and wrench it off and go on to the MExit conference. Because if you think for 1 second that I'm not coming at their heads on their weak spots, you're crazy. what I'm doing and what Antonio Smith did to college and universities, I have also done to the music industry. You just know that. I can't. You know what? Let me you know what? I'm not just wrench around, wrench it off. That's all I can tell you for sure. So holla at you, Trey. Appreciate you, my man Moses. Let me tell you, I know about combat, and God bless you. And hopefully you came back saner than myself. It took me. I literally, when I got back, I went to jail 13 times in 1 year. I couldn't adjust. I'm not joking. I could not adjust. I went to jail 13 times when I came back as I never came back as a civilian. That's not what happened. That is not what happened.
You're still not right. You're giving away over
I'm not right.
90% of your money.
You're right. Yeah, I'm crazy as hell. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. But I just want y'all to process that, man. So shout out to you, combat veteran, and my man Trey, veteran, and all of you veterans here with us. We appreciate you. And then parents of veterans, we appreciate y'all. And spouses of veterans, God bless y'all. God, I don't even know what to tell y'all. Y'all are just, God, you just come out here and give y'all gold right now. It's hard to be a military spouse. That's difficult. That's difficult. That's difficult. Anyway, back to that. No, I'm not. That's difficult. To marry one of us is difficult. You understand? You don't let them fool you. It is difficult. Male or woman, it's difficult. Trust me on that. It is hard to be an army or a military spouse, I should say. Go ahead, Tyrell.
Yeah, that's true, because I used to catch it all the time before deployments and TDY.
I tell you, man, God, dog. Woof. Yeah, buddy, it's difficult. And then you got, anyway, yeah, shout out to all of y'all. Now, let's see. And my military stuff was very weird, very weird. So they took me, just to give, if you don't know, I'll explain it briefly. So I was homeless from 6 to 14. I don't have parents. I do have parents, but I don't have parents. The state of Texas don't recognize my parents. My birth certificate don't recognize my parents. My parents had to give up their rights, even though I've held, I don't know, let's see. Since I know 3 pieces of information about my mother. I know, actually, you know what? I've never said this out loud. Let me tell you what the Army did. This is the Army, let me tell you, they slick, y'all, okay? They slick, Army slick. This is what they did. So what's not known, and I'm gonna have to take Phil. Phil gave me a book title I really need to do. So I've never said this before, and I keep in mind, I love and respect my parents, but you need to understand what the Army did. So I get to the Army at MEPS at 18, no parents, no cares, no nothing. Okay, put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. 6 years old, sleeping in a trash can, blah blah blah. I am the son of a psychopath and a pedophile. I'll let you guess which one is which. Okay, that's real talk. I'm not joking with you. I've never said it out loud. I'm telling y'all for sure. I swear to God to you. That's the honest to God truth. Okay. So now so I'm completely homeless for all these years, and then I get adopted at 14, which is crazy as hell. So now the Army, I score a 79 on the ASVAB, and my GT score, I don't even, it's something like 150 or something. It was ridiculous. It was way up there. It was way past the 110 required. I don't know what the highest you can get on the ASVAB is. I have no idea. I just know I only needed the 31 to get in. I only needed the 31. That's equivalent to a 70 to high school. Yeah. I need 31. And then, so the GT score is a pretty big deal, whatever they have. They kind of relate that crap to IQ, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. But on this coding part of the ASVAB, I smashed that. I didn't miss a single thing because my brain works in little crazy little pieces and codes and stuff. It was easy for me. It was easy, no problem. I go there at the time, it was called 35 Juliet. It was computer automated systems repair. Makes sense because the woman who adopted me was an old black lady. She had a curl. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Her robe didn't robe together. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and she slid her feet when she walked. You understand? And she printed the church programs, and she liked that church tea. You know, the tea with the Sprite in it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You understand? You know what I'm talking about. Okay. She had that fat underarm, and she can cook anything. That lady right there. I'll give you a good description. All right, that lady right there. That lady right there said, "Boy, listen, the world is changing. This is 2000. The world is changing. You better go in there for computers." So I want to do a computer job. The Army said, "Oh no, you don't, sir. You're gonna do military intelligence." I don't know what that means. I have no idea. I didn't even know there was other branches. I just knew if you want to lead a hood, go to the Army. That's all I knew. Or go to college on this full ride scholarship for football. I ain't know nothing else. Army, football. I ain't know nothing else. I went to the Army. They made me an intelligence analyst, and then doing basic training, these dudes in BDUs and facial hair came through. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking. I can't tell you much more now. I can't tell you much more. You understand? BDUs and facial hair came through.
Hey, one of those interviews too.
You understand what I'm saying? So here I am, basic training with a top secret security clearance, because you can't be anyway. It doesn't even matter. That doesn't even matter. And I'm doing 3 because I'm coming from 2-a-days football practice. You know what I'm saying? Coming from 2-a-days football practice. I'm doing the 2-mile run. I don't even remember, man. Anyway, I always maxed out the PT. Something like 370, 327. You know, I always did that crap. And I don't give a damn. I don't care about nothing. Don't care about nothing. And they come recruiting for what they did. 21 days later, I had a whole different MOS. That's all I can tell you. And then I spent 90% of my time in the Army in the field. And I'm a highly decorated soldier for it now. That's all I can tell you, right? That's all I can tell you. But there you go. So my military career was crazy. So I can tell you for sure, to be support attached to infantry, them boys haul you out. Because I was the soft guy. You understand? Yeah. So I got the expert infantry badge, but I can't, since I'm support, you can't wear it outside. So, you flip it inside and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So anything they did, I did. Anything they did, I did. I finished. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I barely finished that 12-mile ruck march. I barely finished that. Barely. I rolled my ankle the second mile. I think you got 3 hours. I finished that joint 2 hours and 55 minutes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I barely finished that joint. Barely. If you infantry, you know what I'm talking about. Barely finished that joint. But that's my career in a nutshell. That I can tell you about. That's my career in a nutshell. There you go. So I got to do a lot of stuff like that. More good news. So he called me at 12:02, Phil. He say, talk to this lady. This lady said, "Oh yeah, I'm ready. I've got 2,000 right now." And then we've got what I'll do is, as soon as you get the payment, I'll keep these 2,000. And babe, as soon as your payment system we'll got 50,000 people to come right on in. Okay. Now, calculator, please. Calculator, please. At worst case scenario, I'll take this back to thine country and still thine company. $4.99, Grace. Of course, this would be in Naira, but anyway, times 50,000 if you don't mind. Now, I went to public school now. Ain't no commas in there. Can you tell me what that is?
$249,500.
I feel like I should shout right there. Should I shout, Jerome? I feel like that's a shouting cue. Okay. But that's a month, ain't it?
That is a month.
Can anybody, company, use $249,000 a month? You think you can avoid a few problems? Okay. Multiply by 12, Grace. What's that, Grace?
$2,994,000.
There you go. That's worst case scenario. Now pay ye attention. If this is your first time here, staff don't get paid from occasion. I don't draw a salary. It only exists to go to y'all. They missed the whole thing, Jerome. They missed the whole thing. I didn't add up my money, Kathy. I added up yours. Okay. Anyway,
That is nice.
they don't, you know. So then right after that, Ken, after we hung up with the lady, he called me back. He says a few words and he ended with this here. I want to be a millionaire in 4 months. He wasn't asking me. He was notifying me. In fact, his next words was, do you mind if I do the same thing in South Africa? And of course, me being cool, I went, no, I don't mind at all. You can go ahead, you know. don't mind at all. It's all good, you know. If you feel like it, you know, right? I don't mind at all. So now we're working with South Africa as well. Here's my point, and I want all of you to hear me, and I want you to hear me well. There are 3 things happening here right under your nose. Number 1, some rich guy, he's chocolate, got some curly hair, is giving away 90% of his wealth. Instead of putting it in some foundation and you got to jump all these hoops and stuff, it's simple. If you're a regular person or whatever person, you can come get it. You just refer people, system take over, that's it. The product is so great, been featured on just about every magazine you could possibly think of. And the first thing going on is you have attracted someone giving away 90% of their wealth. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's how much God loves you. That's the first thing.
Amen.
All right. I was hoping somebody got it. I was going to just move on. That's the first thing. The second thing is don't nobody care about whatever y'all think. Because people are catching the vision and they got their own goals. Ken ain't have to say, hey, man, would you know? This man said, listen, I got my own.
At T-Mobile for Business, unconventional thinking means we see things differently, so you can focus on what matters most. That's why we've become the leader in 5G, #1 in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan, so you get it all. Unconventional thinking is better for business. Open Signal awards T-Mobile as America's fastest 5G network USA. 5G user experience report July 2021. Capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com. For JD Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
The level of connection you feel in your home dramatically influences your experiences there. Get the tools to control that connection in your communities with the first multifamily platform that unifies management and resident experiences to create smart apartments. Talk to a RealPage consultant today to see how your properties can meet the future of multifamily with the Smart Building Suite.
Own personal reasons. He's driven by his own personal everything. You understand what I'm saying? And his goal is to personally be $1 million in America in 4 months. I don't know if y'all know that that's just the first month. I'm not sure if you've been up this year. I'm not sure if you were awake. It's the first month. So by the end of May, this is his goal. That's the second thing happening. Everybody follow me so far? We're going to put the MExit back out there. And by the end of May, that's the second thing that's happening. So if I had to summate it, you are here and people with you got their own goals. No matter what you think. Somebody got a daughter with insulin and they need that. His motivation, like me, he got more people to beat up. He has 20,000 people that he has to care for every month. I'm somewhere like 10,000 people, maybe 8,000. Think about that, Joe. Think about that. He trying to be a millionaire so these people could have a quality of life. And he says there's 20,000 people are still growing. Yeah, hear what I'm saying?
That's beautiful, though. That's where it's at.
That's why he's going to get it.
I'm with him.
Yep. That's why he's going to get it, because the universe appreciates people who serve other people. And the third thing that's happening is that no matter who you know, what you're doing, or what you are, it's moving with or without you. Old man in Texas, cigarette hanging from his mouth under what we call a shade tree. Ain't no shade in Texas, though. I mean, I guess it went from 120 to 119. I guess we can call that shade. Told me, boy, when I was a knucklehead, Steve. Said the next 4 years gonna pass you up anyway. You know how to smoke weed, chase these girls, or you can go to college. But whether you go to college or not, or whether you F your life up or not, because this ain't no preacher conversation. The next 4 years, they gonna come by, whether you get your stuff together or not. Which I leave that to y'all. That's the third thing happening here. It's happening, whether you want it to or not, whether you're ready or not, whether you're saved or not, Muslim or not, saved Muslim, right? Just using these words. None of these words mean anything. Whether you are Torah, Jewish, Sikh, spiritual, it doesn't matter. 4 years is still gonna come on by. Oh my God. 2016, people say, oh my God, the world's gonna end. Trump is president. 4 years pass right on by. It's the truth. 2008, oh my God, black man's president. It's gonna be ruined. 8 years pass right on by. Like, most of you listening to me have had the worst day of your life over 100 times. Pass right on by. Like, let me tell y'all something, man. I've already changed the world. I'm going to continue to change the world. I'm not even done changing the world. And when I die, it's going to pass right on by. Right? Like, just trying to get you to understand. I'm going to be dead and they still going to send a light bill. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen one way or the other. So you might as well jump on that wave and ride that current all the way through. Okay. I thought that was pretty good.
That was good. That was really good.
All right. Thank you very much.
That was really good.
Thank you very much. I sure appreciate it. I was trying to pump y'all up for the next thing I'm getting ready to say. And then Deanna said, well, I won't say what she said. Deanna, you say what you said.
Okay, so I said a couple of things. Are you referring to someone? Okay. So I went to Antonio and I was like, hey, I really think we should make Abby a part of the team. We need someone with her empathy to train to do happiness calls for all of our Nigeria people. So I think we should we should make her like official family and bring her onto the team, not as a network member, but as a family member.
Is this as a volunteer?
No, this is not as a volunteer. This is as a paid family member of the ATSJR companies.
Hello.
Woo, 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 woo.
I was finna say they don't know where to shop. They don't know where to shop. I was finna say, yeah, that was
Congratulations. That's what's up.
Isn't that Abby? That's Abby's woo, 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 woo. I think that's great. Yep. Congratulations, Abby.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I receive it. Thank you.
Yes, we're gonna work out a few things with her to where she can double dip if needed. All right, but we gonna take good care of her. And pretty much, if y'all don't know, the whole, except for me, the whole ATS staff is all highly empathetic people, right? You know what I'm saying? All highly this empaths that's walking around here and stuff. So we intentionally search out empaths so we can have the best quality customer service. And then empaths who are aware, pretty much psychic. And ain't nothing wrong with having psychic folk around you. Let me tell you. I can't tell you how many times I didn't listen, and they was like, "Don't talk to them. That's not that one." And I went anyway, and I got burnt. All right, them empaths will tell you, "Phil, that's not good for you. Not that one. Not that one over there. No, Phil. No, Phil. His motives are not correct, right? Yeah, empaths can do that. God speaks to empaths differently, okay, because they can handle the message that is being sent. So there you go. There, fantastic. There. So y'all be ready for great things, but that ain't the only place that we open up, and that's not the only thing that we're doing. So let's talk more about. Well, let's talk Ken for a second. Although we borrowed from network marketing as we pay out, we're not network marketing. Anybody can do anything at any time. You need to make sure you're taking your classes because we are an education company. Your checks don't come from Mercasa. Your checks come from the ATS Business University. Mercasa is just a vehicle that legally allows me to put you in a role to where you can be paid. That is all. We're an education company. Everybody understand what I'm saying? So take your classes and change the quality of your life. Amen. If you don't take your classes, and which we see, you don't get monthly money. It's called success income. It's just is what it is. Yeah. Why? Because I don't want to deal with the attorney general. Amen. Let's just face it. I got no, I don't want to deal with the attorney general. So we are first and foremost an education company, and Mercasa is not paying you. The ATS Business University is simply giving you kickbacks while you learn because you referred people. That is all. We're an education company. Should you not take your education, you can't get your success income. Can you get your referral fees? Yes. So you cannot take your classes and you can still get 50%. But should you want the monthly check, do you understand what I'm saying? You must take your classes. Only active students can be awarded monthly. Go ahead, Phil, and then Samuel.
Isn't the more classes that our students take, it increases our chance, it increases when we become an accredited university?
Absolutely. 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 Very good point, Phil. Samuel, you actually got somebody on the call today, I believe. And I watched Grace do fantastic customer service this morning. Go ahead. And if you want to introduce your person, you're more than welcome to as well.
Okay, yeah. Let me introduce Tammy Archer. Listen, she is a go-getter. Look, that like for real, she's styled just like Michelle Obama. I always tease her. And she about that work. She about that life of becoming a successful entrepreneur. Man, listen. And the funny part is she said you planted this seed back in November and 21st. Because she looked at her stuff looking for my link. And then she said, you called me on the 21st. She said, that's crazy. We have been on the phone since 6:30 Eastern time this morning talking up until 8:30. So I just want to congratulate her for opening up herself. She's a successful person. Like she's developing. I'll let her do her part when she got questions on or whatever for the future. But I wanted to come on here and say two things. One, I want to thank you all. First, I got to thank Pam Norris for turning me on to you all. I wish I had to listen to it in 2019 instead of 20, but God gonna give me double for my hard-headedness.
I know that's right.
It was double for my trouble on my own self-sabotage. However, I'm kind of celebrating in a way because I call it entrepreneurial development. I have never tapped out in all my data. And I never had internet at home because I worked 16 hours a day most of the time. And then once I started with y'all, I mainly did like I wake up 8 o'clock when I could join the calls. And then I worked that night from 11 till 3 in the afternoon. So I barely was getting sleep. However, it produced something because there's people from my job that's joining, but it also produced this where I'm going to celebrate. There's an individual that I try to bring him in to the fold of ATS because he does a lot of speaking all over the country for churches and corporations. He even has a book, help you write a book thing. And I always used to go support him from 2013 all the way up until the pandemic, but even still posted his stuff. Try to talk to him about coming in with us, right? He never supported me. He showed up on my live last Saturday, and I was like, oh, he's going to support me. That's what's up. Now, look at this, what may happen. Then he was on Tanya's Monday night because the individual he helped write a book, she was on Tanya's with her mother, right? So he looking and tell me what he started doing. He started doing Facebook Lives. He started doing Facebook Lives this week. Yeah, he have like 500 people that follow him and viewed it. But what was funny was he did that trying to mimic, like they say, often duplicated. You know, you may be duplicated, but you can't do what somebody else is doing if you're not in that lane they in. And we're in the lane of ATS University. And I was trying to tell him he can go international because he's a great dude. Tell me why he didn't listen to me and Tanya talking about we need to be solutions, like we using the stuff that you give us, being about solutions and the different things to people's problems. He on there saying that, but guess how much he charging people for that? $150. I'm like, man, we got $19.99 right here. What you got following you? I done told him like, yo, you can blow up fooling with us because all of those people will get you paid. But because he has spoken at corporations like Whataburger, down there Yahweh, like he goes in and he gets to speak and facilitate, train and uplift, and he got the same kind of energy I got. And Eric Thomas is one of his mentors as well. But I'm trying to make him look at a bigger picture like, yo, you can spread out so much more. Like, can I tell you something? I know if he was with us, y'all would probably endorse him to represent this whole Northeast corridor because he liked that. But, that around the way mentality is so funny instead of looking at a bigger picture. I just thank y'all because he's trying to chase me and Tanya and what we doing, what we learn from y'all. So, I appreciate that. It's a beautiful thing. And again, learning about, listen, I know I've been working because I tapped out of all my data. I'm sitting at a place right now in my truck to make sure I could join the call because I just been joining it through the phone. But it's a good thing. So I call it entrepreneur development because these are the things that I'm learning. But that means that I'm working because if I ran out of data, I'm grinding. And I'm putting stuff in place to teach other people as they develop, because that curve I ran into. So I just thank y'all and appreciate everybody.
No doubt. No, that's a good look. Y'all clap for that, man. That's a good look.
Wait, nicely said too, Samuel, and good job. And
Absolutely.
guess what? They always go and look now because once you say it, they think they too big to get into something little. And then when they realize that it's not about in ATS, like he said, it's the impact. It's the impact. You can do it. Three people can do it, and they won't do it the same way because they don't have that feel and the root that's going to you know, where like Antonio, he just is the king of it and he cool. So he's giving it to us, and then people see that part and they're like, where is that? And you're right, it can't be duplicated. It can be tried, but it won't come from the same person. You're right. Good job.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we've got 20. I just checked while she was talking. We got 29,773 enrollments. Y'all, I haven't even got started yet. Okay, haven't even got started yet. If you just figuring out or trying to catch up, right? It's like kind of drinking water out of a fire hydrant with a straw. The ATS Business University is the world's first open source learning or open source Division I university. Okay,
Antonio, I have a question. Mr. Phil said something about if we take our classes, we were working towards that accreditation. Can you explain that a little bit? Because I do tell people that we are working on our accreditation, but we can help in this. So what do we need to do?
Yeah, but I wouldn't use that as a benefit to promote you. We got enough to benefit.
No.
That's got to be some. I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't use that as a sales benefit.
No, it's not. I don't do anything as a sales benefit, believe it or not. I'm just asking so that when people are talking to me, and I know that I have people that have gone to colleges and all types. So when it comes into accreditation, when I say it's an accredited school, then other people are listening, not even for me, but for their children and their children. So I'm just asking, how does that?
I got you. Well, accreditation. Some of these accreditations is trash though, so you gotta be careful when you right. So let me do all of this here. The ATS Business University is a open sourced Division I university. What that means is, so what's open source? Wikipedia, you can change it at any time. WordPress, you can change it at any time. We talked about 15 things during this one meeting because you can change it at any time. You understand? It's every day. The students show up to class, they determine what the professors are going to teach. Always top edge, always relevant, always right now. Everybody understand what I'm saying so far? All the professors are actually millionaires. They're not teachers. We're practitioners. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, no one can teach here without being a millionaire. Everything we teach is relevant for you to go out there and be a millionaire. So that's the school in a nutshell. The vision of the whole vision of the whole company is to educate the whole world. Okay, so what Facebook is to social media, ATS Business University will be to colleges and universities. If you didn't get that, I'll say it again because you're probably thinking way smaller than me. What Facebook is to universities, social media, is what ATS is to universities. At least that's where we're going. Okay. You know how Facebook has 2 billion monthly users? As will we. Now, the goal here is to educate the entire world, but I'm not really worried about you Americans. Sorry. Not. I'm more worried about the impoverished Americans, that's for sure, and people in 3G areas, internet areas, stuff like that. Because imagine when you get accreditation, which I'll come back to in a second, and you can take classes here and have that paper immediately get you a $50,000 a year job degree. Now imagine what that looks like in Nairobi, Kenya. Actually, that's actually a good example. Or in, Canada, India, anything, right? Imagine what that looks like, okay? Now, that being said, accreditation. They got plenty of them. They got folks selling accreditations online. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with that. I've seen it. I've seen them. I've seen doctor's degrees sold online for $150. I've seen accreditations. And you'll see it a lot with those smaller schools that teach religion, doesn't matter what the religion is, they have an accreditation. That's not ours. We're getting the same accreditation that the University of Houston has. Okay. Yes, we've been going through this process since 2017. So we're not just starting it. We are nearing the beginning middle of it. Okay. We just, beginning middle of it. So we got everything together. We know what we need to do, and we're doing part of that right now. Okay. We're doing that part of it right now. We are actively searching. Well, one of the things we'll be doing is getting a large college campus. You expect all that soon too, but I'll just keep that for hush, right? This is why I don't talk about this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I don't talk about this stuff. But please believe the ATS Fighting Lions will eventually have golf teams and baseball teams, football teams, you understand? And be competing in the Big Ten.
You better go on with your Fighting Lions.
The Big Ten Conference, and hopefully one day the Ohio State could be our rival, hopefully one day. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So stuff like that. This is the future of that. So that works there. Ray, share your calculator again. Hopefully you didn't clear it out. I want them to see those numbers again. I want you to know that if you're listening, this is the numbers we calculated earlier about what we're getting ready to do. You can stop now. Grace says $2 million to $3 million is what that basically is. It's your money. That's not my money. Fortunately for me, I make $3 million another way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So basically, it works like this here. We're getting ready to bring in 50,000 people in Nigeria alone. We're actively doing the same thing for India. And then we have a plan so magnanimous for the United Kingdom. I can't even tell you how to tell you. Okay. The goal, why keep us invite only? Well, for one, when you keep things invite only, everybody want to know what's going on. Let's just face it. What's going on in there? All right, invite only. Two, it allows me to control some aspects of growth, which is very important to me because I'm only looking for 6,940,000 weird people like Kathy. That's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anything else. Once we get to that number, then we'll go to phase 2. So we're not launched yet. We're in pre-lunch until we get to 7 million people. Here's some good news, and then we'll end the call. You need to take what has been provided to you seriously, and more seriously, because as someone in the West, you've taken your liberties for granted like everybody else. You have, you know it. You walk past water fountains right now and say, I'm not going to drink out that. When someone like me, who grew up homeless, that water fountain is life to me. And I live in America. I didn't come up in America. You understand? You come up homeless, real homeless, not like I slept in my aunt's house or I slept in my car. I'm talking about homeless. You understand? You tend to not take your liberties. So let me hit you with this final rah. We just worked on let's just call it a contract to bring in 50,000 people in Nigeria. We're going to do the same thing in South Africa, same thing in India. I mean, I can grow one at a time, or I can grow 50,000 at a time. You understand? It's how fast you want to get to 7 million. You understand? But guess what? They're all going to get vibing and all the other stuff. You missed it. Some of y'all have the opportunity to be like Jerome and Phil, and you're going to wind up having 100,000 followers on the social media that we own, and you know the CEO and all the top staff. And vibing ain't the only thing. I'm just not telling you the rest of it. process this information.
My mute button is stuck, but I was saying, come on.
You said,
I just want you to know.
yeah, I feel you. Listen, process this information. We're not just if you think I'm building a school to stand alone, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. Imagine if Google owned Facebook and Instagram and all its students only use Facebook and Instagram. I'm building a community that uses group economics with all the cool resources. So if you don't know what Vibing is, it's our version of Facebook, LinkedIn, and Quora all wrapped up in one. I'm disruptive. Okay, I'm disruptive. Nevertheless, final words. This is what y'all need to receive, wrap around your head. Whether you take advantage of Vibing or whatever it is or not, all the people coming after you will. You might as well be first. So when the boat rise, you rose to the very top. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. We will see you at 12 Central Standard Time for a very, very, very crazy class on business. Go ahead, Phil.
Love you.
Love you more. All right, everybody.
Love you.
All right.
Excuse me.
Take care.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I had a question. This is
Okay.
Alexandria.
All right, Deanna, answer a question for me.
Dang. I have a cousin. She's an event planner, and I'm trying to figure out how to get her on.
Call her up and tell her what you call her up.
Invite her to
I remember y'all telling us about it, but I forgot. I got like a million things going on. But
I do understand, Miss Alexandria.
Again, too. Today is my birthday.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Happy birthday!
Birthday. She tried to play it off. Yay.
Happy birthday.
Hey, girl.
Thank you.
So to invite her to the morning meeting, and then who is Alexandria under?
Christine, I'll get it taken care of.
There you go.
Yep.
And from there, when you invite her to the morning meeting, from there, get in contact with Monica. Monica's going to reach out to you, and Monica can talk to her and explain to her how the ATS Business University will help benefit her and her event planning company. Because
I've been trying to like talk her to getting on and stuff, because I feel like my cousin can blow up. Like, she already know a lot of people, and she's been doing it for quite a while, and I really want her to like see the bigger picture.
Put in contact with Monica, because with a lot of thought processes with people who have businesses like your cousin, because it deals with event planning, which means a lot of people in one place. It's harder to market when people aren't meeting, when people aren't having events, when people aren't having the weddings they used to, but they can still do it. They have to market themselves as a safe way of doing it. And that's what we can teach her here. So definitely get her on the morning calls, and Monica's going to reach out to you and have her talk to Monica, because Monica will talk to her and walk her through it and help her see how the ATS Business University will help her increase her bottom line for her business, because that's what we do. That's the ultimate goal, to help you increase the bottom line for your business, regardless of what's going on. So Monica, definitely get her on one of the morning calls, and then have Monica talk to her.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna send you a text, Alexandria, here in a little bit.
Okay. Can one of you guys like help me with, because Mr. Antonio was saying something about it like a couple of weeks. Well, I asked like a couple questions and nobody ever called me or anything. I don't know. I know y'all busy and everything. Y'all got everything going on or whatever, so I'm not too pressed about it. But I would really like some help with how to get on to Vibing.
Okay.
I got that.
All right.
We'll knock that out in the same conversation.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have an amazing day today. We'll see you from out of the words of Grace. We'll see you at the top and not from the top. All right, everyone. Take care.
Have a great day.
You too.
At T-Mobile for Business, unconventional thinking means we see things differently, so you can focus on what matters most. That's why we've become the leader in 5G, #1 in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan, so you get it all. Unconventional thinking is better for business. Open Signal awards T-Mobile as America's fastest 5G network USA. 5G user experience report July 2021. Capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com. For JD Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
The level of connection you feel in your home dramatically influences your experiences there. Get the tools to control that connection in your communities with the first multifamily platform that unifies management and resident experiences to create smart apartments. Talk to a RealPage consultant today to see how your properties can meet the future of multifamily with the Smart Building Suite.